Alright, how can we get the crop critters mod? Well, basically, this mod introduces automated farming through little spirits that bring your crops to life. And basically, to get it, we need to download the file, which is crop critters, okay? It has 8,800 users, created 2 months ago, updated a day ago. It's constantly being updated. And basically, it says, tired of farming in Minecraft vanilla? Crop Critters adds a new level of challenge by building a friendly team of possessed crop souls to work your farms. And yeah, as it says, it's for Fabric and not Forge. Unfortunately, I don't know if the creator will end up making a Forge port or anything. I don't know, but honestly, it's a mod that looks really good. So we have it for Fabric and not Forge. Old game versions 1.2, 1.1, press Windows plus R, app data, roaming, .minecraft, and mods. As you can see, I also have GeckoLib installed, okay? For 3D models, architecture, Apple Skin. Apple Skin lets you see saturation when you eat. Anch descriptions, well, this one's kind of optional for this mod. I have Fabric API, Iris, and Sodium, so I can use shaders, okay? Here we have crop critters, journey map for the map, JEI, and Jade for info, and that's it, okay? I'm mentioning this because I know it's Fabric, and most players are used to Forge, so maybe you don't know how to install shaders in Fabric and stuff, so I'll set it up for you from the start so you have everything you need to play the mod properly. Alright, how do we get the Lost Soul in Minecraft Crop Critters? Well, basically, the Lost Soul is the core item of the mod. It's needed to tame and power our critters, and you get it by defeating undead creatures. So, for example, a zombie villager. Let's see, I'm going to check the drop rate a bit. Tuku. So far, 2 kills with no drops. Well, no drops, but okay. There it is. Okay, so it is. It's common, eh? It's common. At least 1 in 10, I can tell you, drops it for me. Let's see, I'll keep going. Well, it's a bit rare, eh? 1 in 15 so far. Okay, here's another drop. I'd say 1 in 15 easily. A 15, 20 around there. Also got strange fertilizer because one ate a baby zombie. Ate a baby zombie and gave me strange fertilizer. Well, and basically we can also get it theoretically from defeating iron golems, it seems. It can also drop from allies, okay? Though, well, it's not recommended to take allies and hurt them, and it's essential for activating magical agriculture, okay? Alright, so how do we summon crop critters? Well, to bring a critter to life, we need to plant any crop. We've got a few here since we're already in a village. Watch out, they're attacking the villager, right? Oh my god, I'm so sorry, buddy. So, for example, we'd have this one here, and then basically grab a lost soul and turn it into a wheat critter, okay? Whatever's there. So for crops, we have all the plants. Wheat critter, melon critter, pumpkin critter, carrot critter, potato, beetroot, netherwort, poisonous potato, torchflower, pitcher, and cocoa. So basically, we've got everything. I don't think there are any more plants. I think right now, the mod doesn't have compatibility with other mods, and if it does, that'd be insane. Seriously, no way. Plus, it doesn't have it, and I don't think it ever will have compatibility, because if it had to be compatible with some mod like Pam's Harvestcraft or something, well, I don't really remember the name, but some typical mod like that that adds like 100 new plants. If you had to make 100 models, no way. No way 100 models. So these are what we have for vanilla. And there we go. Alright, how do we get the farmland? The land, well, it's called soul farmland, like soul land that's farmable or something like that. So basically, this mod adds a new feature called soul farmland. And if you plant your crops on this specific block, right, when you plant directly, there's a chance they'll automatically sprout as wild critters without needing to use the manual method. Let's try it out. Let's grab some bone meal. Let's make it grow. And, well, I guess not, right? I guess it didn't work for me in this case. I don't know if it's because I use bone meal. I have no idea. I'm going to try it on a larger scale. Well, I'm starting to think that bone meal doesn't work, okay? Look, I put the random tick speed up and it turned into withering scytheweed and crimson thornweed, turning the stuff below into blackstone and all that, okay? So there we have it. Of course, now it can't be farmed anymore. Hey, look, one came out from there, and it transforms into the stuff below into soul sand. It lets me farm on the soul sand, but not doesn't look like anything's growing anymore because it's all soul sand, right? Soul soil, exactly. Well, there we have the result. I set the random tick speed to 1,000 just to test it, and yeah, it does happen. But if we do it with bone meal, looks like it doesn't work that way, right? Alright, how does the wheat critter work? Basically, the wheat spirit's main job is clearing weeds from your area. We can tame it with a lost soul, sorry. If we right-click, it should theoretically change its head. Sure enough, it gets a ribbon on its head, a red ribbon, so there we have it. Alright, how does the carrot critter work? Well, basically, this critter plows the land. When you tame it, little flowers grow on its leaves, okay? There we go, there they are. Little flowers grow. So that's the difference. And it shows it's ready to work and is key for keeping soil prepped for new crops and automating land preparation. As you can see, it's plowing randomly there. Obviously, we should keep them in an enclosed area, okay? But it would slowly plow the terrain. Alright, how can we find the poisonous potato? So, the poisonous potato critter is a critter, a rare variant that appears occasionally. And basically it appears when potatoes grow, just like a poisonous potato can appear, a critter can appear occasionally, okay? And basically its main trait is that it's evil and can't be tamed, okay? I'm gonna try and... It seems to eat the lost souls, but no. It won't let me tame it, okay? This mob is gonna act hostile or just won't cooperate on the farm. Well, this pitcher critter that eats all my bugs, man, what a beast. Alright, get out already. Get out, leave my critters alone. So there we have it, okay? So I guess it doesn't bother us much. Proper plant. Oh my god, right? The wheat people did this. What a mess, right? Wait, okay, how cool, right? So it's a plant that when it grows, shoots upward. Let's see. I'm going to lower the random tick speed a bit, because we're going crazy, I think. I don't know, but it's spreading pretty fast, honestly. Geez, a bit much, isn't it? This thing almost eats up your whole world, like you messed it up. Look, look, and it spreads fast, huh? Alright, how does the potato critter work? Potato? Well, basically, the normal potato sifts the soil, okay? Let's see. 1 here, 2 here. As you can see, when we grow them, it looks like it has this green part here, and basically what it does is if you have sterile soil, like quartz dirt, okay? I'm gonna place it to see if they do it. Come on, guys, there it is. They turn it into normal dirt for me, and this is useful for maintaining the terrain and ensuring the soil quality is optimal for other crops, okay? And the thing is, for example, these weeds, because these are 100% weeds, see, these wheat ones here are slowly taking care of cutting them down, I think, but they still generate quartz dirt underneath, okay? So, of course, to fight against this, we need the wheat ones, which clean them one by one and break them down. We'd need quite a few, to clean this up, I have to admit. But we'd need both the wheat and potato ones, okay? To be able to restore this. Of course, the mod isn't designed to have the random tick speed altered, Because I altered it for a moment and everything went to hell, If it's normal, it's true that it goes slower, that has to be said, okay? I mean, it's kind of my fault and it's not a setting that comes by default in Minecraft, Not at all. Let's see if they can clean it up. Alright, how does the beet critter work? Well, basically, this adorable little spirit takes care of removing roots from rooted dirt, okay? For example, from these bad plants, here we have some rooted dirt. So it'll restore this soil. What it basically does is eat it, cleaning the block and turning it back into normal dirt. It's another way to maintain the terrain since these dead weeds are going to keep bothering us, right? So, pretty interesting. Alright, how does the chouans, the watermelon critter, work? Basically, the melon or watermelon critter is a large creature whose function is to water the crops. Its job is to moisten the crop soil, ensuring the plants have the water they need to grow. And this creature is vital for areas that don't have, well, obviously infinite water sources and such. So, super interesting. Alright, how does the pumpkin critter work? Basically, the living pumpkin's job is to plant new seeds. It tosses little seed balls onto tilled soil to replant crops, okay? Look, there you go. A seed just popped out and it's planting wild crops, potatoes, carrot. It plants everything, okay? And obviously you want to have multiple of these, right? So they keep replanting and all that. Because a planted area is a producing area, right? Obviously, like I said before, I'm doing all this in an open space because that's just me, but ideally you do it in an enclosed space, okay? In a closed farm with them all locked in there so you can control everything that's happening. Alright, how does the cocoa critter work? Well, basically, the cocoa spirit harvests mature crops, okay? It does the harvesting. They're pretty slow creatures. So sometimes they'll seem like they're resting, but eventually they'll collect items ready to be picked up in the automation system, okay? So let's see if I can catch them collecting there. I don't know if I can get them to put it in the chest. Look, there they grab the items. Let's see. Over here, friends. I can right click and they'll give it to me now, but I don't want that. I put a chest here for them, but I don't really know how to tell them to leave it here. The mod has a mechanic for that, but I have no idea what it is, man. And these creatures interact just like allies. Oh look, there it is. That was it. You have to give them a hopper and they'll drop the items in the hopper, okay? I didn't remember, so it's super interesting. And now we'd have the complete item collection system, okay? Alright, how does the torchflower critter work? Well, the torchflower acts as a light source, helping to illuminate the area to prevent hostile mobs from spawning, and it can also follow the player if it's tamed. Now, theoretically, it's tamed. I don't know if I need to right-click it to make it follow me. There it is sitting, and there it is standing, right? Look how it follows me. And how much does it light up? / time set midnight. Does it light up much? I don't know. It doesn't light up much, huh? Wow, what a shame. It would have been cool if it lit up a 64 block radius or something like that. I know that's a bit much, right? I know that's a bit much, but clearly, if we're talking about preventing spawns, this doesn't prevent spawning. In fact, well, I don't know if the creator knows this, but just so we're clear, mob spawning, I mean, a creeper won't spawn right in front of you. It needs quite a bit of space to spawn. Now, I don't exactly know the chunks. Maybe 4 chunks is the minimum or something like that, or a distance of 30 blocks in height. I don't know, things like that, you know? I mean, it's not a very large distance, but it needs space to spawn. So obviously, if you don't have enough light source, I mean, if that's what you're selling me, it would be more interesting if you sold me a shaman instead, which is this, right? Look, just with this ghostly firelight, what it does is everything nearby simply won't spawn. You don't need to light up the whole area for me, just prevent spawning. This way the player's computer doesn't explode, okay? I'm saying this because constantly updating a 64 block radius and lighting it up, man, maybe that's a bit excessive, maybe a bit much, but anyway, there, I'll leave that idea there. Alright, how does the nether wart critter work? Well, basically, this critter is a bit strange, and basically, what it does is yearn for land, and even though you place it on soul soil, it tends to wander aimlessly compared to the others. And basically, we don't really know what it does, okay? But look, I'm no expert, but I figure if I put down soul sand, there's 2 options. Either it plants it, or I put nether wart and it grows it, right? Or harvest it. I don't know, it's gotta be one of these, right, dude? It'll do something. Let's see if my nether wart grows. Nether wart, come on. Okay, there, we've got nether wart now. Let's see if they get to work. Doesn't look like much, huh? That they're getting to work, honestly, I won't lie to you. Well, honestly, we don't know. You tell me, what do you think it does? I mean, looking at all the other mechanics, harvesting nether wart didn't make much sense either, or planting it. But hey, it's true, there's nether wart missing here, right? Because these little guys grew it. Okay. Well, hey, maybe its function is just to be cute, huh? And it succeeded, huh? Look how cool. Maybe its function is just to be cute, and that's it. Hey, nobody can judge it. So yeah, there it is, and there we have it. There with those little legs. Look how it walks. It's cool, huh? The little guy. Look, it's only 4 pixels, but it's cute. It's cute. Alright, how does the pitcher critter work? Well, basically, the pitcher critter is a big, somewhat evil monster. Its function is to act kind of like a hitman, okay? A hitman for your farm. It eats all the other critters and regulates your farm's population, okay? If I start spawning these mini critters here, as you see, it'll eat them, okay? It literally goes after them. I don't know if there's a limit. I say that because it just stopped. No, not at all. What limit would this guy have? Look, it eats them all. So if you don't want to lose your farm, well, I don't recommend it. We can tame it, I don't know, to make it sit. We can't even make it sit, huh? This is unbelievable to me. A creature that destroys everything and you can't even sit it down. It's uncontrollable. I mean, it'd be cool if you could use this creature, but have it be able to sit. And it would also be cool if, because, for example, if I put it like this and this critter tames itself, that other critter will eat it. Friend, there's the crux of the matter. That's exactly what I was going to say, that if it's tamed, it shouldn't eat it. Why? Why is this then? Well, because sometimes from the crops, critters can spawn, you know? So yeah, it can be annoying when you're farming and a critter spawns and that critter isn't tamed, serves no purpose, and is just there being a nuisance. So this hitman is for that. Meaning it won't eat the ones that we've tamed. Okay, I just got the function. Well, there it is, right? It's super, super interesting. Alright, so how do we use the strange fertilizer? Well, basically, strange fertilizer works like super bone meal, and you craft it by combining a lost soul with a bone item, theoretically. Lost soul bone. Theoretically, huh? Let me check right now, because the recipe isn't showing up for me. Wait. They trolled us, they trolled us. Oops. Wait, hold on. Never mind, never mind. How do you get it? Okay, I saw that if there's a baby zombie, the pitcher critter, if it's quick enough, now there's a baby zombie. Pitcher critter doesn't eat it. Okay, and a wild one. Ah, a wild one, yes. Oh, if I've tamed it, it won't eat zombies. Well, it eats the baby zombies, and that's how I get the strange fertilizer. I don't know if it works with all types of baby animals. Let me grab a piglet. And it eats baby pigs too. Here the buddy... No way, it can't be like this. It can't be like this. What are you doing? They eat the babies. So, basically, any baby will give you strange fertilizer. Wow, that's messed up. What just happened, I think? And you're gonna eat a baby panda? You're not gonna do that, are you? Plus, he's sick. It can't be like this. It can't be like this. No, 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 no. I think I'm getting too into character, huh? And a Vex? You're gonna eat it, dude? Eat it, eat it. Ooh, he ate it. What did it drop? Strange fertilizer. Okay. So basically all small mobs get eaten. Doesn't have to be a baby. Whoa, this thing's kind of creepy, honestly. Crown Twistle. Well, that's how you get strange fertilizer. And what's it for? Basically, it's described to grow nearby things. Let's see. I don't think a cropper plant interests us, but some crops, sure. I think it affected an area. No, just that. A bone meal. And it doesn't have much else. Oh my god, what? Are you stuffing your face or what? Let's see. Oh my god, not bad. Well, there we have it. Alright, how can we get or find witherweed? Well, basically, wither spiderweed is a dangerous weed that grows, well, supposedly in the nether. And if the player touches it without realizing, they'll get the wither effect, okay? There we go. And for well, a second, not too long. It's one of 3 weed variants that can appear, okay? I'm telling you, why do I have it here? What did I do to get it here? Well, basically, I let a crop grow on top of Soul Farmland, okay? Soul Farmland. I let it grow on top of one of these, which I understand is basically taking soul sand, because obviously we haven't seen this, and grab a hoe, and that's it, right? Or what? Let's see. Okay, twice. So, soul soil transforms into farmland, and if we right-click the soul sand, it crafts into soul soil. Okay, so basically I grew here seeds, okay? And what happens? By growing, because if they grow here, the critters basically appear, okay? You don't have to get them manually and all that. Now here. And basically what happens, if you let them grow too long, well, you get this. The spider wheat, the crimson thorn wheat. Look, I'm going to do it. Random tick speed. It was 1,000, right? Look, they're going to grow there, okay? And once they reach the max, some transform, but if I leave it too long without harvesting, it's like the plant starts to rot. I don't know if it's because the soul soil breaks, I have no idea. Hey, these, they're not domesticated, they just appear and that's it. Wow, what a mess. Hey, well, it's not happening to me now. Well, maybe it was because of something else. Now it's not happening to me and before it happened pretty fast, huh? Maybe it was something else. Hey, I don't know. Maybe there was one. One of these snuck in and I didn't see it. Ah, look, it grows and expands. You see it? I think there was one here on the ground or something and I hadn't seen it. They totally look like they grow in the dark, okay? This element. And I think when I placed blocks, one grew underneath, okay? Because there's some down here. They grew underneath where it's dark and then spread upward. That's what happened, okay? Well, I'm not totally sure, eh? But hey, you can get it without going to the nether. That's 100% certain. Like, I didn't place this. I can guarantee it. So there we have it. Hey, pretty cool, right? It expanded again. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. What a treat. Alright, how can we find the levitation grass? So there's warp glass, right? Which the wet critters cut, apparently. It'll give us levitation for quite a few seconds, enough to negate a lot of fall damage. And basically, it's a dangerous plant found in the nether, and its main effect is that entities float in the air. It can be lethal if it lifts you too high and you fall, or if it leaves you exposed to other nether dangers. Imagine touching it. Imagine you're walking around, you touch it, and on top of that, there are other mobs chasing you and you're falling, almost unable to move, right? I mean, what a mess. So yeah. Alright, how do you find crimson weed? Well, basically, crimson thornweed is the third weed variety that grows in the end, just like the other detectable weeds with the soul bottle. And what it does is create an environmental obstacle, okay? Basically, as you can see, I can't jump with this plant here. I mean, it forces me to go through the soul sand, which is a pain, you know? It's a pain, honestly. So, yeah, it's not useful for anything else. These are just weeds, okay? These three I mentioned have effects, and we could use them because I think they affect all types of mobs. Let's see. Withering spiteweed. And I go over to a panda, and it makes him bug out, right? Well, there you go. We can use it to make farms and everything, but obviously, well, there we have it. Alright, how do we find the crowd thistle? Well, basically, crowd thistle is a specific weed that grows in the overworld, in the normal world, and can appear randomly or be generated using strange fertilizer. Let's see, strange fertilizer. Oops, one of these bugs drowned. Not sure if I should use the strange fertilizer. I understand you put it on the ground, right? So, it might appear for me. Yes, there it is. Look, pale oak sapling. Wow, and what the hell is this? It won't grow, eh? It doesn't want to grow. Pale oak sapling, it's just a sapling, that's it. Or maybe it doesn't have a tree assigned to it. Let me take it somewhere else, just in case it can't grow here. I have no idea what this is. Well, there we have it, huh? It appeared there using the fertilizer. And other saplings too. Oak sapling, dry grass, hay dry grass, ornamental bush. Ah, maybe they're just decorations, huh? And that's it. But anyway, there we have it. Alright, how to find dry tall grass. To wrap up this mod explanation, I'll show you how to find this element. This element is found in desert biomes and is listed as one of the plants that can spawn when using strength fertilizer on soil, adding aesthetic variety to arid environments. So yeah, that covers the entire mod. I don't know if I missed anything, but I think we got it all. Yeah, we got everything. We still need to cover this bit here, which I think is just food. Farmer's Delight, cooked bat wing. Let's see, you feed it to them, and then what? Can they breed with each other? That's the... Make children. Let's see, if I give it to the other one... No, not this one. This is for me. Does eating it give me any effect? Nothing. Right now it doesn't seem like much is happening. There's also a soul pot and a soul rose that I don't know if you can craft. No. This guy is eating them all. No. Don't do that. Okay, we have a soul pot and that's it. There's nothing else in the mod. Alright? Let's see. Well, the mod's still in development. I think it needs more features, like different types of grass and stuff. I get that they'll just give you seeds and that's it. But it'd be cool if they had some specific purpose. The desert ones, for example. Like, there should be a reason for me to go to the desert. And beyond just aesthetics, I'd actually want that grass, you know? I think the weed spread is way too aggressive. I mean, it should be much slower, not just because, but because I set the random tick speed to 1,000. And you'll say, but a normal player isn't going to play with that. Yeah, you're right. But where's the limit? Like, where's the limit to what these things can actually cut down? Because honestly, I don't see them gaining much ground, and there's like 10 or 15 of them, and they're not gaining much ground, they're slow. So either we do one thing or reduce the growth of these plants. Would reducing it to a third or a quarter be good enough? Or have these guys cut in a 3x3 or something like that, because otherwise they're super slow, and a sapling just grew right in my face, dude. Okay? As for the mod, I loved it. The mobs are super cool, honestly. I love them, they're super cute. And yeah, I hope you liked it and see you in future videos. Bye bye. Alright, how do you craft the soul in a bottle? The lost soul in a bottle is used to detect weeds. You craft it with 2 glass. And how does the weed thing work? Because all of these are weeds. Well, you craft it with 2 glass, a lost soul, a copper ingot, and bell. And basically what it does, what this item does is simply emit a sound. Can you hear it from far away? Yes. Let me move a bit further. From here you can't hear it, right? From here you can hear it. Okay, from this distance you can hear it. I don't know exactly how far, but I'd say about 20-something blocks. So what it does is make a sound if that element is nearby, okay? The weeds. Well, it's not useful to me, but it's a... Whoa, wow. Looks like there are some bugs. Oh, quite a few, right? As you can see, the wheat guys have been cleaning up quite a bit, huh? They've been cleaning up quite a bit. They still have some left, they still have some, but yeah. And couldn't you have helped them with a water bucket? Yes. Why didn't I do it? Because I wanted to see if they worked. Okay, we can do this easily and we're done. I think they're giving me dirty looks, huh? I don't think they like that very much, huh? But anyway, there we have it. That's how this lost soul in a bottle works.